Tonight, on Ancient Echo Stories, we journey across time, far beyond the decorated streets of Christmas 2025, far beyond the glow of LED lights and holiday markets, to rediscover the ancient roots, forgotten customs, and timeless spirit that shaped the Christmas we celebrate today. This is the story of how winter rituals evolved, from the sacred fires of ancient America, to the midwinter feasts of Europe, to the bustling celebrations of the modern United States, the UK, and Canada in 2025, a journey across centuries, a journey across cultures, a journey across the human heart. Welcome to Christmas 2025, from ancient fires to modern lights. Before Christmas had a name. Long before Christmas carols filled the air, before gifts wrapped in shiny paper appeared under evergreen trees, winter was already a sacred time. Imagine North America thousands of years ago. Snow blanketed the forests. Rivers turned still. Tribes across the continent, Anishinaabe, Lenape, Haudenosaunee, Hopi, Inuit, and many more, watched the sky with reverence as the longest night approached. For them, the winter solstice wasn't simply a date, it was a doorway, a turning of the great wheel, a moment when the sun's spirit dipped to its weakest point and needed help returning. So fires were lit, songs were sung, stories were told, stories about the thunderers, the sky beings, the great spirits that carried warmth back to the world. These weren't celebrations of excess, they were celebrations of survival and gratitude. Families gathered tightly around the fire, the air filled with cedar smoke and stories. Children listened wide-eyed as their elders reminded them, no winter lasts forever. The light always returns. A message that still lives inside Christmas today, and far to the north, Inuit families welcomed the returning sun with festivals of drumming and dance, celebrating the first faint glow at the horizon after weeks of darkness. This was one of humanity's earliest midwinter truths: we gather to stay warm, we celebrate to stay alive. European midwinter, where traditions transformed. Across the ocean, Europe had its own powerful midwinter traditions. Before Christmas existed, the peoples of Britain, Scandinavia, Germany, and Gaul celebrated Yule, Modernite, Saturnalia, and Dies Natalis Solis Invicti. These ancient celebrations shaped nearly every Christmas tradition we know today. The Yule log. The Anglo-Saxons and Norse placed massive wooden logs into the hearth, sometimes burning for 12 nights straight. Sparks flying up the chimney were believed to predict the year ahead. Today's chocolate Yule logs, that are sweet remnants of a fire once seen as magical, evergreen trees, long before anyone hung ornaments. Ancient Europeans brought evergreen branches indoors, not for decoration, but for protection. These trees, which stayed green when all else died, symbolized life's victory over winter. It wasn't until the 1500s in Germany that entire trees were decorated with apples, nuts, and later candles, sparking a tradition that now defines Christmas around the world: gift-giving. Saturnalia in Rome was a time when social order flipped. Masters served slaves, and gifts, small tokens, were exchanged. Laughter replaced formality, joy replaced duty, and generosity became a winter virtue. When Christianity spread, these traditions didn't disappear, they blended, they evolved, they transformed. Christmas became the bridge between ancient winter rituals and a new spiritual meaning, but the heart stayed the same: light returning, hope rekindled, family united, winter reminding humanity of its shared warmth. The Christmas journey to the New World. When settlers crossed the Atlantic to the Americas, they carried their Christmas traditions with them, yet they changed dramatically in the new land. In the U.S., Christmas was once controversial. Yes, controversial. In 1659, the Puritans of Massachusetts banned Christmas, calling it a sinful, pagan celebration, but immigrants from Germany, the Netherlands, and Scandinavia kept their customs alive, decorated trees, festive feasts. Candlelight services, gift-giving for children. When Christmas returned to mainstream American life in the 1800s, it evolved into what we now recognize: family gatherings, warm meals, generosity, and community. In Canada, French influence brought Réveillon, the long Christmas Eve feast. British influence brought crackers, puddings, and carols. Indigenous peoples blended their own winter traditions with new Christian ones, creating uniquely Canadian celebrations rooted in respect, storytelling, and community resilience. In the UK, Victorian Britain reshaped Christmas into a cultural phenomenon. Charles Dickens gave it heart in A Christmas Carol. Carols returned, feasts expanded. Public charity became a holiday expectation. The modern global image of Christmas, warm, generous, glowing, was largely born in 19th-century Britain, and together, these three nations, USA, UK, Canada, carried the traditions forward. Christmas 2025, a world reunited, and now. We arrive at Christmas 2025. The world has changed, faster than most of us can process. New technologies, new challenges, new ways of connecting, new ways of celebrating. But at its heart, Christmas remains what it has always been: a moment of pause, a moment of memory, a moment of belonging. America in 2025, cities glow brighter than ever: New York, Chicago, Seattle, Los Angeles. Digital displays shimmer across skyscrapers. Families stream movies together, send virtual greetings, order gifts same day. Yet the core moments remain beautifully simple: grandparents reading stories, families gathering around tables, children running to the tree at dawn, communities sharing meals with those in need. The ancient midwinter spirit continues. United Kingdom in 2025, London streets are strung with lights that would have stunned the Victorians. Old pubs glow with laughter, carols echo through ancient cathedrals. Christmas markets line cobblestone roads in York, Bath, and Edinburgh. British Christmas blends the old and new seamlessly, roaring fireplaces beside smart home decorations, centuries-old hymns sung beside modern pop classics. Canada in 2025, snow blankets the cities, forests, and frozen lakes. Christmas lights reflect off icy streets. Indigenous winter festivals grow stronger each year, reclaiming traditions nearly lost. Families gather for feasts that mix cultural roots: French, British, Indigenous, Caribbean, Asian, Middle Eastern. Canada's Christmas is gentle, warm, and deeply multicultural. Proof that tradition is strongest when shared. The true story behind Christmas, a thread through time, across continents, across thousands of years. Christmas has always been built on the same foundation: light in darkness, hope in winter, togetherness in struggle. It's not really about gifts, or decorations, or even the date on the calendar. It's about the human need to gather when the world grows cold, to celebrate life when the earth sleeps, to spark joy when days grow short. The fires of ancient America, the feasts of old Europe, the carols of Victorian England, the trees of German tradition, the modern lights of Times Square and Trafalgar Square, all are chapters of the same long story. And now, in Christmas 2025, we are writing the next chapter, in our homes, in our families, in our communities, in our memories. A message for Christmas 2025, as you watch this video, whether from the US, the UK, Canada, or anywhere else in the world. You carry forward something ancient. When you turn on your tree lights, you echo the fires lit for the returning sun. When you exchange gifts, you echo Saturnalia and Yule. When you gather with family, you echo traditions older than cities, older than writing. older than history itself, Christmas 2025 is more than a holiday, it is a reminder that humanity survives winters, real and symbolic, by staying together. So wherever you are, whatever your background, whatever your faith, I wish you warmth, peace, and a bright returning light. From ancient echo stories to you and your family, Merry Christmas 2025, Happy Holidays, and may the ancient spirit of winter guide you into a hopeful new year.